LCM is a virus transmitted by rodents. This disease is manifested by symptoms similar to those of flu with fever.
Okay.
This disease is transmitted to humans by contaminated foods or dust from infected mice.
فإذا lymphocytic choriomeningitis virus is a virus transmitted by rodents. الرودنتس هن المايس اوكي squirrels هدول الانيمالز. اوكي طيب this disease is manifested by symptoms similar to those of flu يعني اعراضه بتشبه اعراض الفلو ولكن with fever بيعمل حراره عاليه جدا وهذه الحراره العاليه اكيد بتاذي البرين. طيب this disease is transmitted to humans by what? by قلت لي contaminated food أو dust from infected mice.
Yes.
Okay. To
better understand the immune mechanisms responsible for the lysis of infected cells, a set of experiments are performed on mice of the same line.
Okay, of the same line يعني identical تقريبا يعني same MHC. طيب.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. I'll pick out from the text. يلا يا مريم.
Pick out from the text the means of contamination of humans by LCM.
Virus. Okay, how it is contaminated?
Contaminated either by food or dust from infected mice.
Contaminated food or dust from infected mice. Okay, very good. طيب.
Yes.
Describe the experiment schematized in document 1. طيب, let's see what we did in the document 1. طيب, we start with mouse A يا مريم. What we did with mouse A?
First, we inject mouse A with the LCM virus.
Okay.
And after 15 days, we take lymphocytes T activated by LCM virus.
تمام. We add them to 3 media.
Yes.
خلينا ناخذ الميديا اللي بالنص، نمشي مع اللي بالنص.
Yes. First, we take fibroblasts from non-infected mouse C and add it with the LCM lymphocytes activated T cells and add it to the culture medium.
Okay.
We observe no lysis of fibroblasts.
No lysis of fibroblast. طيب. Now, let's look at mouse B.
Yes.
Okay.
Mouse B. First, we inject mouse B with the LCM virus. After 15 days, we take fibroblasts infected by LCM virus and add it to the culture medium with the T lymphocyte activated by LCM, and we observe lysis of fibroblasts.
تمام. بينما بالنسبة للماوس D
we inject mouse D with the hepatitis virus,
a different virus,
and then we take fibroblasts infected with that kind of virus, the hepatitis, and we add it to the culture medium with the lymphocytes activated with LCM virus, and we observe no lysis of fibroblasts.
No lysis of the fibroblast. طيب.
Yes.
Okay. فإذا once you used, let's say, active T cells مع non-infected cells, no lysis. طيب. Activated T cells مع fibroblast infected by a different virus, no lysis. Fibroblast infected by LCM with cells affected with the same virus, we have, okay, lysis of the fibroblast. طيب مريم, when they say interpret the results, okay, we will not do the analyze here. Give me directly the significance.
It says significance, and we need specific specific activated T lymphocytes to destroy a specific kind of fibroblast.
Okay. فإذا specific cells are important or are needed to destroy to destroy body cells infected with the same virus. Okay, with the same virus. طيب, فإذا I will go to 3 directly. There is lysis of the fibroblast of mouse B that are infected by LCM virus in the medium containing T lymphocytes activated by the same virus. While there is no lysis of neither non-infected fibroblast of the mouse C nor of the fibroblast of the mouse D infected by another virus, hepatitis, which are placed in a culture medium containing the same T lymphocyte. This shows that activated T lymphocytes destroy only cells that are infected by the same virus that led to their activation, or activated T lymphocytes destroy only the cells that are infected and that they are specific to the LCM antigen. Okay, good. طيب, let's look at document 2.
Document 2 shows the schematic representations of the cellular interactions observed in the culture medium in case 1. And document 2, figures A, B, and C arrange in chronological order the schematic representations of document 2 and justify the answer.
Okay. Which one is the first one, يا مريم?
C, بعدين A, بعدين B.
C, A, and B. لأنه
Yes.
C, the lymphocyte is still away, B is attaching to it, A attaching to it, and B, it start secreting, okay, enzymes or perforins that destroy the cell membrane.
Yes.
So I just explain what happens in each figure.
أستاذ 5 كمان نفس الشيء بنقول.
Order CAB. First C, show near the infected fibroblast 1 T lymphocyte with vesicles is spread in the cytoplasm. In second scheme A, T lymphocytes is in contact with the membrane of the infected fibroblast, what correspond to the double recognition. Third scheme B, noted that the granules are in contact with the infected fibroblast and destroy its nucleus. You're saying, Mariam, explain the mechanism of cell lysis. Okay, what do the TC secrete to destroy?
أستاذ TC أستاذ الperforins.
Perforins, what do they do, the perforins?
No, they destroy the infected, they cause the lysis of the infected.
قبل الperforin make holes in the cell membrane of the infected cell.
Yes.
Then the granzyme enter and destroy what? Destroy the DNA of the infected cell, leading to its lysis.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. TC recognize the infected body cell and binds by its TCR to the self HLA1 non-self peptide complex expressed on the membrane of the infected cell. يعني سميناها double recognition.
أستاذ هلا بهالأسئلة بدنا نشرح بهالتفصيل الدقيق.
لا هلا you can write it in your own words, but everything you know about the subject write it down. إذا عم يقول explain. دائما يا مريم لما يقول explain, okay, you put everything you know related here.
Yeah, okay.
يعني try not to make your answer as short as you can. لا. In order to make sure you get all the marks. لأنه هن ممكن المارك هون يقسموها لكوارترز. Okay, يعني a quarter for mentioning مثلا البرفورين, quarter for mentioning the granzyme, quarter for the activity of perforin. You see how?
Yes.
Okay, فإذا you have to specify it. فإذا TC recognize infected body cell and binds to its TCR to the self HLA1 non-self peptide complex expressed on the membrane of the infected cell. Then it liberates perforin to form polyperforin channels through the membrane of the infected. After that, TCL release the granzyme penetrate into the infected cell through the perforin channels, leading to the degradation of its DNA, thus causing lysis of the infected cell. Okay. And I see this question easy. صح؟ Very direct, يعني ما في شيء complicated in it.
Yes.
ما في شيء
أسهل من
complicated.
قبل.
ما لاحظت انه في شيء complicated. Graft rejection in 26. Okay, this is about grafting, يعني similar to what we have seen in grade 11.
Yes.
طيب, do you want me to continue reading?
أستاذ أنا عادي ما بتفرق معي مثل ما
Okay, thank you يا مريم.
The early grafts done on humans failed. They undergo necrosis, important destruction of the graft cells, leading sometimes to death. In order to understand how the rejection of the graft takes place, several experiments and studies are performed.
طيب. اوكي فاذا هلا نحن عم نقول انه okay, the early graft done on a human failed.
Yes.
They undergo necrosis, important destruction of the graft cells, leading sometimes to death.
Yes.
In order to understand how the rejection of the graft take place, several experiments and studies are performed. نحن بنعرف عن طريق MHC. Okay,
Yes.
continue يا مريم.
When skin grafts are done between two individuals that are genetically different, first the graft is virtually vascularized, then within 7 to 14 days it is invaded by white blood cells and undergoes necrosis. This is graft rejection.
Okay, this is graft rejection. طيب, give me from the text يا مريم one essential condition for the acceptance of the graft.
It says to have to be genetically same.
They have to be genetically the same.
Yes.
طيب, if they say the duration necessary for graft rejection,
From 7 to 14 days.
from 7 to 14 days, it's invaded by white blood cells and destroyed.
Yeah.
طيب, continue يا مريم. Peter Bryan
Medwart performed a skin graft experiment on rabbits A and B of different strains, genetically different. This experiment is presented in document 1.
طيب, skin graft A, after 12 days, the graft is rejected.
Yes.
He took out the serum and the lymphocyte. He give to B, same B, يعني بيكون same strain. Okay. الجرافت مرة مع السيروم و1 مع lymphocyte.
يعني مرة أعطاه بي lymphocyte ومرة أعطاه تي lymphocyte.
اوكي. لما اعطاه السيروم صار عندي graft rejection، هناك اعطاه important graft rejection، يعني كانت faster and stronger graft rejection.
Yes.
Okay, interpret the results.
Interpret
and what can you conclude?
إنه conclusion I will interpret إنه this shows that إنه the T lymphocytes speed up the process of rejection.
اوكي، البي lymphocyte speed up ولا هي عند التي اللي بحال صارت الفاستر؟
لا ما البي T lymphocytes.
تي lymphocytes.
Yes.
ايه بس هلا انا عم بشتغل على same strain ولا different strain here؟
لا استاذ انه different strain.
يعني هو البي انا عم بعطيه grafting from A.
Yes.
اوكي. طيب. اوكي خليني اتاكد من التو. The skin graft A in rabbit of strain B is always rejected within 12 days. Similarly, it's rejected within 12 days by a rabbit B of strain B, even if it has received serum from another rabbit of strain B who has already rejected the graft. This shows that the serum has no effect on the response of the graft rejection or does not contain a factor of the immune response. ما تغيرت النتيجة لما اعطينا بس السيروم. On the contrary, skin graft A in rabbit of strain B will be rejected rapidly in 4 days if the rabbit of strain B received the lymphocyte taken from a rabbit of strain B that has already rejected the graft from A. This shows that the lymphocytes have accelerated the graft rejection and are the effector of the response triggered against the graft. We conclude that lymphocytes are the effector of the immune response triggered against the graft between individuals of different strain. يعني lymphocytes cells هن الeffector يا مريم of the immune system against the graft between individuals of different strain.
اساسا معروف هالشي لانه هو cellular immune response.
ما هو عم يكتشفها هون.
Yes.
هي ما بيعرفها كان هون، يعني هون بمرحلة كنا ما بنعرف بعد.
Yes.
فإذا نحن هون بس we are trying to discover. طيب document 2 what does it show you?
Document 2 shows histological sections of the skin of a mouse X, normal skin, Y fragment of a skin, which is grafted in mouse of different strain and observed 5 days after grafting.
فإذا here يا مريم you are grafting skin.
Yes.
Okay? You are grafting skin. طب what do you see as a difference between X وال Y?
الX هو normal skin يعني control.
Okay.
والY and then numerous T-C lymphocytes. أما بالX عادي بس few.
فإذا in X which is the control, the normal one, we have a few lymphocytes.
Yes.
بينما بالY we have numerous T lymphocytes.
Yes.
يعني whenever you put the new skin, lymphocytes will come to this area, TC lymphocytes. Why? To destroy these cells لأنه هن they think that these cells are non-self.
Yes.
Okay. طيب. Okay, draw out the type of the immune response here. What is the type of the immune response يا مريم?
Cellular immune response.
Cellular mediated immune response. أحسنتي لأنه it is done by TC lymphocytes.
Yes.
Okay. طيب. Okay, let me put the answer now. The histological section of the normal skin shows a thicker dermis, 12 millimeter, compared to that of the skin received the graft, 8. Histological section of the normal show fewer T lymphocytes compared to the skin that has received the graft. The histological section of normal skin shows a few TC. Lymphocytes, while they are more abundant in the skin that has received the graft, both have epidermis of the same thickness. Thus, the type of immune response triggered against the graft is a cell-mediated. Okay, yes. Is a cell-mediated.
استاذ رنا قالت لي خبرك كمان انه ما عندها نت.
Sorry?
رنا قالت لي خبرك انه ما عندها نت.
مين؟
رنا.
ما حكتني قبل، قلت لها خلص نو بروبلم، بس بدي اعرف جنى طلعت فجأة ومحمد اجا وراح.
استاذ جنى عم تستعمل 4G فيمكن.
عندها مشكلة انترنت بالبيت يعني؟
يمكن. لأنه حتى بالحصص اللي قبل كانت عم تستعمل 4G.
اوه طيب ما خلص نو بروبلم لك ان شاء الله، نو بروبلم.
يس.
بس قاسم ما بين، عبد الله ما بين، محمد اجا هيك طل شافنا عم نشتغل، طمن عنا وضل رايح.
أستاذ الكل بيحب يطمن عنه.
بس ما بيقعد مثلا لنضيفه شيء او كذا، بدل ماشي دغري. اوكي document 3.
Document 3 shows the electronographs of two mouse cells which are cultured in vitro as cytotoxic T lymphocyte A and the target cell B. These electronographs are observed at two different moments during graft rejection.
Okay, during a graft rejection, name the mechanism shown in document 3. What you are doing to the cell now يا مريم؟
الالكترونوجراف.
لا الالكترونوجراف يعني هي picture figure بس what I am doing to the cells. A T lymphocyte, what is it doing to the infected cell?
Lysis.
Cell lysis. Okay.
Yes.
Explain the mechanism as we have seen it اللي هي عن طريق البرفورين وعن طريق الجرانزيم.
Yes.
فإذا it's called cell lysis and it is TC recognize the infected and bind through its TCR to the MHC1 non-self peptide complex on the membrane. Then it liberates perforin. بعدين TC release a granzyme into the infected through polyperforin channel leading to the degradation of its DNA, thus causing lysis of the infected cell. تمام؟ يعني لاحظي انه ال questions are now repeating.
Yes.
Okay, the concept is the same بس with different experiments. بس.
Yes.
Okay, بس ممكن يمرقوا new small idea اما ال remaining بده يكون عادة is the same. طيب هعمل انا بس الكويستشن اللي بعده ووقف بعدين. اوكي هيدا الفايت against ايبولا. راح اعمل الفايت against Ebola. Ebola is a very contagious and fatal virus cause hemorrhagic fever. بيعمل high fever، بيعمل diarrhea قوي كتير اسهال، وبيعمل نزيف hemorrhagic نزيف transmitted by blood, saliva, feces as well as through sexual contact. أكتر شيء ظهر بأفريقيا. Infected individuals survived show first a high amount specific anti-Ebola antibodies, followed disappearance of the virus with an important increase in a specific cytotoxic TL. Identify the immune response triggered against Ebola. هون أنا I have the two types أصلا. عندي الهيومورال لأنه قال لي في anti Ebola antibodies. Okay, وعندي cell mediated لأنه number of T cell increases. Number of the T cell increases. Okay, فإذا بحسب what type of the cells you can name the response. In order to develop fighting or therapeutic modalities against this disease, researchers performed experiments that are described below. لاحظوا in December 2011, it's new, just 10 years ago. Researchers developed a vaccine. How? They isolated a surface protein of the virus, injected it to a first lot of mice. To a second lot, they injected the same protein in the form of immune complex اسمه Ebola immune complex. To a third lot, they injected the EIC and a substance اسمه PIC. The injections are repeated 4 times for each lot. 2 weeks after each injection, serum is collected from the mice while antibodies amount were measured. The obtained results are presented in document 1. When we put EIC alone, the amount of antibodies reach maximum 1000 after 84 days. بينما when I put EIC مع PIC, I reach 10,000 after 84 days. Okay. which one is the most efficient vaccine against Ebola? What do you think? Which one is the most effective? This one you mean يا جنى؟
استاذ ال EIC plus PIC.
ليش؟ لأنه it gives you a higher amount of antibodies in the same duration.
Yes.
Okay, طيب how I answer this? Let's see how I answer this.
استاذ بنعمل analyze وبعدين بنقول
Okay, the amount of anti-Ebola is nil and remain constant on the 14th and 37th day after the first and the second injection of the 3 type of vaccine. After the third injection, this amount increased to 1,000 on the 56th day of the individual having received EIC, PIC, remain constant, and nil individual having received vaccine, EIC, or only the protein. This amount of antibodies increase in 3 lots to reach 1,000 on 84th day in individuals having received vaccine, which is 10 times higher than 1,000 obtained when only the vaccine, EIC, or only protein administered. This shows that the vaccine EIC plus PIC is the most effective. تمام. Okay. طيب. PIC molecule is agonist, يعني similar to protein, are indispensable for phagocytosis. Present, they are very similar to the protein needed for phagocytosis. Okay, what will be the question here? Indicate the role and the moment where macrophage intervene in the specific immune response triggered against Ebola. يعني when macrophage work in the specific immune response. Okay, so at the beginning of the specific immune response, macrophage act as antigen presenting cell which induce a specific immune response. At the end of the specific humoral immune response, they perform phagocytosis, opsonization of the immune complex in order to eliminate antigen. فإذا بالbeginning بيكونوا antigen presenting cell APC، وبعدين بعد ما الانتيبوديز bind to the virus they help eliminating them by opsonization. طيب. Now, 2 lots of mice have been vaccinated using the mixture EIC plus PIC. The first received 3 boosters for the vaccine, and the second received 4 boosters. يعني it took it 4 times, هناك 3 times. The results concerning the survival of the mice are represented in 2. اللي أخذوا 4 injection percentage of survival عندهم ما نزلت عن 80%. اللي أخذوا بس 3 injection survival percentage عندهم وصلت للقديش؟ تقريبا لل 20%. Deduce one condition for the vaccination against Ebola to be successful. شو الكونديشن هون لتكون successful؟ يلا شو رأيكم؟ شو لازم أعمل لحتى يكون successful vaccination؟
إنه أستاذ لازم نعمل 4 injections.
أكيد.
Yes.
لأنه 3 injections وصلتني ل 20% survival بس، بينما ال 4 وصلتني لل 80.
Yes,
Thus,
those.
the condition for the vaccination against Ebola to be successful is to give 4 boosters. That's why some vaccinations are repeated. لأنه to make more memory cells, the amount of antibodies is higher. In June 2012, Canadian researchers performed the following experiments. 2 lots of monkeys infected by Ebola virus received a mixture of 3 antibodies specific to particular epitope of the virus. يعني you give them 3 types of antibodies. The obtained results: infection by the virus, then injection of antibodies 24 hours after injection, infection, 4 monkeys surviving 4. Infection بعدين الانجكشن of antibodies 48 after infection اللي عاش منهم بس 2. طيب هاي لما عم نعطيهم ready antibody, what do we name this process? When we give them ready antibody, what do we call this? Muhammad, welcome back.
أستاذ ما ممكن عم نحط لهم سيروم؟
تماما. شو بنسميها هاي البروسيس؟ سيروثيرابي. أكيد عم نعطيهم antibodies after they are infected.
Yes.
Serotherapy. طيب. Okay, here, look here. It is better to give the monkeys the antibodies after 24 hours or after 48? Which one do you think it's better?
About 24.
لأنه بعد 24 surviving percentage كانت 100%. أما بعد 48 survival قديش كان 50%. only 2 out of 4 يعني 50.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So the antibodies injected after 24 neutralize the antigen and slow down efficiently the propagation of the virus, which allows the body defenses to react and to protect all the monkeys 4 out of 4 which remain alive. However, when the injection is delayed to 48 hours, the viruses multiply more rapidly than the lymphocytes involved in the specific immune response injected antibodies. This reduces efficiency defense and sometimes render it insufficient. This explains the death of 2 out of 4 infected monkeys. Okay, distinguish serotherapy from vaccination concerning the nature of injected substance. But serotherapy ready antibodies.
Antibodies أما بالvaccination إنه التوكسويد.
توكسويد أو dead bacteria مثلا dead pathogen. طيب the latency period, time to start acting.
استاذ السيروثيرابي إنه days.
اوكي مين الفاستر؟ السيروثيرابي ولا الفاكسينيشن؟
لا السيروثيرابي.
اكيد لانه الانتي بوديز خلص ريدي. طيب الديوريشن اوف ذا بروتكشن؟
يمكن الفاكسينيشن
الفاكسينيشن بتعطيني ديوريشن اكثر لانه الانتي بوديز will be destroyed after a few days.
Yes.
اوكي يعني in serotherapy, injected substances are the specific antibodies, while in vaccination, the injected substances are viral or antigenic proteins. In serotherapy, latency time is null. In vaccination, latency time is 2 weeks. Serotherapy, duration of protection, time is short, while vaccination protection is more durable. هيدي الادفانتج للفاكسينيشن انه more durable يعني it lasts longer. Okay, it lasts longer. تمام يا جماعة؟ اتفقنا؟